Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Sanchi529. We're here, week 1 of fantasy football, and I'm really happy that we are all together here in the Scum and Villainy League. This is year 6. I appreciate everybody here with us, and I do appreciate you watching this podcast. It took a long time to do it. First things first is that, obviously, Power Rankings and now are going to be hopefully every week via video, but who knows? Everything changes. So we got a couple things we're going to go through this podcast, so we're going to do it pretty fast. I don't want it super long, so if you feel like I am cutting you out or being short on something, then nothing personal. With this podcast, I'm going to try to be fair. I'm not going to be biased for the most part. Obviously, if you're playing me, I may have a little more bias, but first things first is that we're going to have mailbag questions, which I appreciate everybody putting in mailbag questions. We're going to go ahead and do matchups. So we're going to match up every week, and we're going to discuss everybody's matchup. The other thing, we're also theme of the week this week. Every week, we're going to have to figure out new themes. Maybe we'll do this together. And last but not least, obviously, we're going to do power rankings. So let's go ahead and start off with the mailbag, right? All right. Thank you for everybody who submitted one. Don't forget to submit your mailbag questions every Thursday by 12 p.m. California time. Okay, first one is a good one. So again, mailbag, you can ask any questions, start sit, questions about defenses or questions about anything you want. And if you want to just talk crap, then go ahead, because obviously that's what I do back to you. So first one is, good one. Who will score more points this week? Breece Hall or Michael Carter? Which again, makes sense, I get it. People were nervous about Breece Hall because they chose to skip Breece Hall. They chose dumb running backs like Dalvin Cook and skipped over Breece Hall, which is weird. Doesn't make any sense to me, but who knows? I think Michael Carter is probably going to get the upside. I think he's going to probably score about, maybe 12 points. Breece Hall will probably get 9. I don't see him doing more than a max 9 points again. I think they're going to realize within the next 4 weeks that Breece Hall will be number 1 and he will be the champion, and he will be Rookie of the Year. You heard it here first. All right, second question. So, trades rarely happen in the league. Any commissioner tips on making the league more trade friendly? Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy. Our league, we definitely don't have trade friendly. No one trades in our league, unfortunately, and I think even looking online, it's hard. It's a problem for a lot of leagues. They don't trade, and so tips and tricks. The only thing I could think of is, you got to remember, if you're looking for somebody on the team, right? So if you're, for instance, the Jamar Chase owner, right? So you have Jamar Chase, and who had Jamar Chase last year? We know Amber had Jamar Chase last year. So if you're trying to get someone off of Amber's team, then maybe try and entice her to Jamar Chase, because that person has a soft spot for Jamar Chase. Maybe look for soft spots on other players right now. So if CMC, I love CMC. I've had him last 2 years, right? So if the CMC owner came to me, I'd probably trade to a pretty good heavy penny for him because I love him. The other thing is that you gotta remember, the one pet peeve about trading that everybody needs to be aware of is that I hate when you do a trade and someone says, well, I want to see how they work out first, or I want to see how they turn out for the next 4 weeks, right? We get that, right? That's not good. That's not a good answer, okay? Because you gotta remember, if they do bad the next 4 weeks, or they do bad next week, the person who wants that person, that player, doesn't want that person anymore, and obviously you're willing to trade him away now. Oh yeah, of course, now that he's bad. Vice versa, obviously, if he does great, then obviously you're gonna want to do more. You want more for him. That's the gamble. Nobody wants to gamble, unfortunately. Everybody thinks their players are the best of the best, which is true. I'm just as guilty, right? So it's almost like driving. Everybody thinks that they're the most safest driver, they're the best driver on the road. Again, not true, but everybody has faith in their draft picks, right? So, maybe 2-for-1s at this point, but we'll see. Hopefully, maybe Fab will change that up for trades. All right, good question, though. And then, what is your prediction on the final standings? This is a good question, actually. I do like this one. My prediction for the final standings, I think, if you look at the league right now, we have, Steven's team is pretty well rounded. So I think he has great upside, and I think if his players are consistent, I think he could pull off a sneaky championship, which would be cool, right? So then we'll have to change the divisions. Good question, though. I do appreciate everybody with these questions. Okay, so next question. It's kind of like a 4-parter question, so I'm going to do it fast. It wasn't just like a simple question. I had to read an entire paragraph to figure out what this person was asking. Again, all questions are anonymous. Okay, so how do you forecast Fab will affect our streaming ability for various player roles? Does it inherently discourage streaming? Does it discourage streaming? I don't think so. So first thing is that I don't think it's going to make a big difference in terms of, streaming players. The two positions that you're going to stream are what? Defenses and QBs maybe, and tight ends. But again, like there's only 10 people, right? So not many, like no one's double stacking. Not for the most part, most people aren't double stacking defenses, double stacking QBs, and double stacking tight ends, right? So there's always going to be somebody on the waiver spot. And again, if you want 12, there's top 12. There's the top 12 QB every week. So, there's only 10 of us. So theoretically, you should have maybe another 3 or 4, QBs that can be a QB1, right? It's not like every single QB is always going to be in the top 12, right? So there's bad weeks. Do I think you're going to be streaming? Yeah, I would. But again, $1 maybe max, not even that. Because if you're playing, if everybody has a QB and you're the only person who needs a QB, no one's going to get a QB that week, right? Same thing with defenses. Like, it's a hit and miss, right? Like, if you're going to score as opposed to 3 points to 5 points, like, are you really even going to try to stream on that? And then, I think I answered for the most part for breakouts. And also, last question: should we take getting breakouts as needed much more seriously? I think yes, of course. I think we need to take breakouts more seriously. Obviously, if you could pick someone off the waiver wire for 30 fab, then go get them. If they're gonna win you 3 or 4 games, like, that was worth it, right? $30 for 3 or 4 games. Who knows? They win the entire season for you, right? So I think you should take that more seriously. 100%. We need to listen to the waiver wire every week, and most of us actually do listen to the waiver wire. But people like Steven and Nick, I would say that they don't need to listen to the waiver wire at the moment. But anyways, last question. Oh, 2 more questions. Sorry. Hi, yes. A longtime listener, first time emailer. Thank you. I've got a tough one for week 1. Who should I flex? MVS or Rondale Moore? Okay. So this person thinks that MVS and Rondale Moore, that they're going to have a shootout with Murray and Mahomes. That is possible. That does seem likely. Or last thing they say, or should I just dish the shit show and plug in Chase Edmonds? Honestly, Chase Edmonds, obviously first. I'd pick Chase Edmonds over both of these guys. RB1 potential for Chase Edmonds. And then, you got Juju Smith, you got Clyde Edwards, you have obviously Travis Kelce. Like, I don't see how MVS or Rondale Moore are going to have more ball time than Chase Edmonds. But again, Chase Edmonds is hurt, so it could be a game time decision. If he does play, I would play him. If he doesn't play, then I would probably pick MVS right now. So last one is, who's the most difficult person to deal with in the league? All right, so obviously, this is an obvious answer. The most difficult person to deal with in the league is going to be your commissioner. I am the most difficult person in the league. And you know what? I talk shit. Everybody talks shit. And guess what? I'm going to talk shit to everybody. So no one's safe ever. Okay. So there you go. There's your mailbag questions. Thank you for submitting them. Please submit them. They're going to be completely anonymous, and I'm going to provide you the best insight and with no biasm. Biasm? Anyways, who knows? Anyway, so we're going to do matchups real fast. Again, we're at 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and speed this up. So first matchup, we're going to go Brian versus Jonathan. First, I think Jonathan's team looks pretty good. He is scheduled to have the most points scored out of all the managers this week, which says something, right? So this guy, he knew what he was doing. Lamar Jackson, we could see Lamar Jackson going against the Jets, and we could see him run that ball and essentially destroy them, right? So I think with Lamar Jackson's upside, I think he could win this game. His biggest thing is obviously he has too much faith in the Philadelphia wide receiver set. So he has two wide receivers or two players on the offense. Actually, if you look at his team, he's actually betting on the Giants-Tennessee game and the Philadelphia and Detroit game, which Detroit is determined to win. So if those games go south in terms of if it's a low scoring game for Tennessee and Giants, his whole team's gone, right? So he's betting a lot on that. So, but again, his team looks good, highest points, great Lamar Jackson. I mean, AJ Brown, he has all the Browns, and Brian has all the Cooks. So with his team, obviously we got. Allen Lazard, he could be wide receiver number one for, arguably one of the best quarterbacks that we've seen in a long time. And that's great. And Keenan Allen with his consistency in terms of PPR scoring, like he's going to get those balls. So if they turn up to be good, then he has a great team and he could win. His running backs, I would say, DeAndre Swift, poor guy. I think he probably blind picked Dalvin Cook at this point, but we'll see. I'm not too sure. I don't know what he was doing. He might have been asleep, maybe drug lack of sleep because he just had a baby, picking up Dalvin Cook over Breece Hall. But anyways, that's just my analysis. Okay, so let's go ahead and speed it up. So Amber versus John. Okay, so John, the big show. Let's see. The actually weird thing is that they're both projected to be 133 points, 03. So I've never seen that before. Obviously, this is draft pick number 1, draft pick number 2. So this is actually pretty cool. We're going to be able to see who picked the better running back, right? So who's the better running back and who's going to start off strong. I'm excited to see this matchup. If I had to pick, if McCaffrey hits, he's going to hit and he's going to win you, the win, right? Same thing with Jonathan Taylor with the pace that he was doing last year. It was insane. It was insane. We were all shocked on how well this running back was killing it. And now that he has Matt Ryan, a more better quarterback than Carson Wentz, who knows what's going to happen. She has Hunter Renfrow, PPR machine, and then obviously Amon St. Brown. He won me my championship last year. Thank you, Brian. And then, who knows? And Javonte Williams, same thing. She has so many upsides. And then Josh Allen, everybody's expecting Josh Allen to go ahead and win the championship this year. So if you're riding the curtails of a Super Bowl championship quarterback like Josh Allen, then you could win also. With John, I'm going to say that obviously Courtland Sutton, Chase Edmonds, those are great pickups, sorry. And the Rams defense, stout, right? So he has a great defense. Again, it's up all to McCaffrey, right? So Joe Burrow's obviously going to do good this year. So he has great weapons. So there's my analysis on those two. So let's go ahead and pick the next one. It's going to be Steven versus Ray. Ray. And Steven. Okay, so again, we love Steven's pickups. Like Steven has a great team. Very well-rounded, right? The only thing is that I would say that Justin Herbert, he could be QB1, right? And Justin Jefferson could be wide receiver number 1. Both of these questions could, not very many people could be like, hey, these people have the ceiling to be wide receiver 1 or QB1, right? We want to worry about Darren Waller because he is holding out for a contract. We don't know if he's going to play. He hasn't played that much. There is a lot more weapons on the Raiders side right now. So who knows? Darren Waller could be a miss. Or maybe he'll hit. Amari Cooper is kind of old, right? But we'll see. With Amber's team, we got Kyler Murray, the short guy. He's going to do great. Mike Evans, he's had 1,000 receiving yards every year of his career. So same thing with Travis Kelce. He's been the best tight end. You can't trade in Travis Kelce. He's untradeable. There's nobody that you could pick over Travis Kelce. If he's tight end number 1, you're getting a wide receiver number 3, right? You're getting 3 wide receivers as opposed to 2 wide receivers and a tight end. So he's untradeable. So the other thing is, the only thing I'd be worried about is obviously Claypool and Ayuk. We got these young wide receivers that we expect to be good, but so far they haven't been the best, right? They haven't really shown up. They haven't shown up yet. We'll see. Anyways, so good luck for you two. Let's see. The next one is going to be Kevin versus Nick. Again, Nick with the auto drop. Congratulations, man. You hit the lottery on the auto drop. I don't think in all the 6 years we did it, at least one person did auto draft, and I don't think anybody did a better auto draft than you. I mean, you got Cooper Kupp, right? You had Devontae Adams, you got Tyreek Hill. Like, all these people have the potential of wide receiver 1, but again, we know their floor is higher than most. So they may not be the wide receiver 1 by the end of the year, but we know they're going to score consistently. He lacks in, obviously, running back depth right now. So we knew that from the auto draft, unfortunately. No offense. He picked up Antonio Gibson. I mean, he got lucky, right, at this point. And Josh Jacobs, again, who knows? We don't know Tyreek Hill. We don't know how well he's going to do in Miami. Everyone's super excited. So with Kevin's team, obviously Jalen Hurts has the ability to throw the ball. He has a pretty good wide receiver set now. He did great last year, and now he has a chance to actually throw it to wide receivers, which could give him more touchdown passes, right? And he was QB number 9, I think, last year. So obviously Kevin's also still, all in on Bear players because he obviously picked Allen Robinson. These two matchups, we got Allen Robinson and we got Cooper Kupp. So we're going to see who Matt Stafford is going to throw to the most tonight, actually. So it's going to be Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp show all night, right? The other thing is Leonard Fournette, I think, is someone that you don't like to play, but you have to play because on how well he plays, like consistently plays. And if Tom Brady does, do bad, I mean, we're going to see a lot more Leonard Fournette. So, and obviously he has potential tight end number 1 with Mark Andrews, which he could beat out. Well, he did last year, but he could beat out, again, Travis Kelce, and there may be a new tight end number 1. All right. And then let's go ahead and do, is it me? Am I doing me next? Yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be Sanchi, your boy, Sanchi529 versus Froheiger. I think Amber's going to win. I think Froheiger's going to win. I think she has Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs, right? So she was at the 10th spot, and obviously she picked 2 great wide receivers. Neither of them were wide receiver 1, not wide receiver 1s, but they both have the potential to be wide receiver number 1s. I think Cooper Kupp, he has the strength, but he's not going to hit it again. So we're going to hope that Chase and Diggs do it. She could have potential wide receiver 1 and number 2, right? Zeke, obviously was a steal. You already know me. Everybody knows I don't root for Cowboys and I don't see it, but he's good, right? I think Mike Williams, the first half of the year, he did fantastic. He was the best pickup of the draft last year, 100%. Second half, he didn't do too good, so we have to worry about that. Also with Tom Brady, we got to worry about, off the field problems, right? Apparently he's having marital problems. Apparently he's, doing a bunch of, he's not doing a bunch of stuff, but apparently he's getting kicked out, right? And the Saints, you could totally see the Saints. The Saints defense is great. You could totally see them do a pick 6 this week. And if they do a pick 6, then she wins the week, right? With me, obviously, Russell Wilson. I'm super excited for Russell Wilson. I'm not too happy about my wide receivers, I have to be honest with you. Both of them are kind of injured. Awesome, excellent. Obviously, he scored 20 touchdowns last year. If you continue to do that with the James Conner, scored 16 touchdowns as a RB2, and now he's the RB1. So there's a lot of things to look forward. Indianapolis has the easiest schedule for the next 6 weeks in terms of defenses. So who knows? And the Colts defense is good too, right? They were great. They consistently stayed great, and they have the easiest schedule for the next 6 weeks. So hoping that will do good for me. Okay, so theme of the week. Okay, so now we're past that. So theme of the week this week is going to be what you will miss the most for summer. Okay, so that's pretty simple, Hey, and duplicates are okay. Okay, so we have duplicates. Obviously change it up. I feel like a lot of people are going to say the beach, right? Who knows? Maybe you can be sarcastic and be like, what you miss the most. What you miss the most is, I don't know, the 100-degree weather, which no one likes that. The 100% humidity that the Raxons are feeling every day. So again, what you miss the most about summer? I'm going to need help with these themes because we're kind of running low on them. So hopefully we'll do maybe some freestyles in terms of themes of the week. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to do power rankings. I'm going to keep it short where everybody knows what I feel about everybody's teams. I think first, number one is going to be Jonathan. I think Jonathan's team is well-rounded, and I think they have a huge upside. Again, if that Tennessee Giants game does good, then he'll be number one of the week, 100%. Next one's going to be a newcomer, Nick. Nick's team with the auto draft. I'm kind of upset that we let him get how many wide receivers, Nick's team looks good. Again, who I think, and then now number 3, who I think is going to win the championship at this point. I mean, if Steven's team does good. So Steven's number 3. Number 4, don't drop that. Okay, we're good. Anyways, so next one's going to be Frauhager. We're going to go ahead and she's got the upside, definitely. Obviously, we know number 5. Same person every year. Congratulations, Kevin, you should get a reward for consistency. Anyways, so number 6, we're going to do Brian, 7, Ray, 8, Amber, 9, John, and 10, your boy Sanchi 529. Anyways, all right, and that's it, guys. Podcast over. Congratulations to everyone. Woo! Anyways, I want to thank you everybody for watching, and I appreciate you taking your time out of the day to watch this. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. All right? Congratulations. Don't forget, mailbag next week, so please submit your mailbag, and then stay tuned for next week, man. Woo! And, of course, good luck, right?